Hello everyone and welcome to the Roomba of Thought. Today, I am on two fronts. I have Pixelmon over here and I have the Roomba here. Why? Very simple. Very simple. I was also already playing with a group of people Minecraft and I was like, you know what? You know what would be a good idea? You know what would be great? You know what would be swell if I also did Roomba while playing this. So yeah. Just gonna say hello.
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 Hi there. Let's start by the usual. How was your guys' week?
Alright.
Okay.
It's been fun enough.
Okay. Nothing of note, nothing interesting that happened, and nothing funny. It just happened.
The only thing of interest was that my grandpa has officially turned 80 last Wednesday.
Oh, nice.
Reach level 80. Let's go.
Yep. He's level 80 now.
Level 80 grandfather. Pog.
Yeah. Like, it was celebrated last Sunday, but because of the fact that his actual B-Day was falling in the middle of the week, that wouldn't really be handy for everyone else.
You know, the usual. It's like, oh, the birthday's in the middle of the week. We'll just pretend it's not.
Let's just slide it over.
For logistical reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Alright. Anything of interest from you, Meep?
My sibling went back to university, but that's about it.
Oof. Big oof.
Hope it goes well for them.
Yeah, I mean, that as well, but oof.
My sibling and I, we kind of get along fairly well, but that's mainly because we both, our preferred things to do is, sit in our rooms and ignore each other.
You do like that. Yeah.
Just about every sibling relation, to be honest. Right?
No.
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
Single child.
No, a lot of sibling relations is basically,
Right.
it's like, you are my arch enemy until someone else fucks with you, and then we team up to fuck with them even harder, because only I'm allowed to fuck with you.
Yeah, that seems legit.
Yeah.
Actually, Bolt, are you a single child?
No.
Oh.
The other thing though is that my siblings my sibling recently has apparently decided they don't like beef,
As in the meat or as in drama?
As in the food, the cow.
Cringe.
They know like eat cow apparently.
Kind of cringe if you ask me, but they do them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which then combined with the fact my dad's recently become like pre-diabetic,
Oh no.
makes meal planning hard.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be.
I mean, to be fair, there's still like pork and chicken, but
And there's also other kinds of meats, but you know.
yeah, pork and chicken.
Apart
Pork
from
and chicken
pork
are the
and
main-
chicken, yeah.
Pork, chicken, and beef are the three like common ones in the United States.
Hmm.
And then turkey as well, but turkey is usually you can only either get it in like
Thanksgiving.
at most places you can get it as either like ground turkey, like sandwich meat turkey, and whole for Thanksgiving.
Makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Like unironically, one of like my favorite things about going to I mentioned like a previous week I went to a Renaissance fair. One of the best things is, at least at the part of the U.S. I'm in, Renaissance fairs fairly consistently. One of the things they have is they have a food stand selling turkey legs.
I see.
And yeah, just like singular turkey leg, nothing else is like a meal and a half.
That sounds a little barren.
No, it's
Like,
a turkey drumstick is huge.
yeah, but like no fries, no sauce, no nothing. Just the turkey leg.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jimmy, I ate it, wasn't finished with it, brought it home, put it in the fridge, and then ate it the next day for lunch. It was 2 meals out of 1 piece of turkey.
Okay.
Plus, it's like a Ren fair. They at least try to be a little bit on theme most of the time.
Fair
Hmm.
enough.
And fun fact about Europe in the Renaissance period, they didn't have potatoes.
Hmm.
Nor did they have tomatoes.
Cringe.
Well, no, they're from the North American continent.
It's still cringe. Tomatoes are like the best thing ever. It makes ketchup. That reminds me of the fucking
Tomato sauce is why pizza is legally a vegetable in the United States, which is stupid because pizzas like don't
Just
have
no.
vegetables. They have fruit.
legally considered a salad, right? Not a vegetable.
No, it's this is a thing for the it exists because of U.S. school lunches type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Ooh, diamonds. Sorry.
I'll get to that. But it was like done as a way to like try and help them do it so they could serve pizza as a school lunch as its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Congress said it counted as a vegetable, which is dumb because that's like pepperoni pizza, okay? Or cheese pizza. What part of it is a vegetable? There's 2 different fruit involved, but there's no vegetable.
Wait, what other fruit is in there? From the
Wheat.
tomatoes. Oh. Wait, wheat's a fruit?
It's a seed.
Huh.
Biologically speaking, fruits are seeds and seed pods. Everything else is a vegetable.
Okay, I guess that.
Nutritionally speaking, things are different. However, I think that's dumb. Like, I think tomatoes. One of the reasons tomatoes confuse people is I think they're nutritionally a vegetable,
Yeah, but they're a fruit because, you know,
but they are a fruit.
they bear seeds.
Wheat is a grain, which is its own category
Proprietary
nutritionally,
thing, yeah.
even though it is a fruit because it is seeds.
So ridiculous.
You eat the seeds,
Yes.
just like with rice.
Yes.
Yeah, on the topic of like why they needed to do this for like your school lunches, John Oliver did a piece on it recently. You want to know how much money the average American public school has to spend on like the food for their school lunches?
You told this already, $1.50.
Oh right, I did. No, it's $1.25.
Oh, even less. Fucking hell.
Even less. Oh boy.
$1.50 is the price of the Costco hot dog combo.
Oh, that's what you. Okay, right. That's what you said last time. Right. You were comparing it to the Costco hot dog, and that's what stuck with me.
Yeah. Though, granted, to be fair, the $1.25 doesn't count the money that goes into the cost of labor and the equipment and all that. If you technically count all that, it's like $4 per meal, but like still.
That's like nothing.
And people are surprised when children are like, the food here fucking sucks. Like there's like a unironically there's a clip of like I think it's like Reagan era congressman being like served in like a congressional hearing like a proposed like school lunch option. And it's so comical because there's like it's politicians in like suits and ties and the whole 9 yards or whatever.
Yes.
Being served like a plate with like 7 French fries, a small like single ketchup packet worth of ketchup, and like a 2-inch diameter patty of mystery meat.
Oh, my favorite mystery meat. I say ironically.
Yeah, it's like they're like, and all these politicians just kind of looking at it like it was just the expression that says, "My policy position, gotta maintain my policy position." Even when shown evidence of why it's bad, I need to maintain the policy position. That's basically their expression. It's hilarious. If it weren't depressing, anyway.
Anyhow, for me, week's being fine. I played with Alex the other day. I played some Mario Kart yesterday, and then I played some Smash, and then I realized, wait, hold on, it's 5 in the morning. What am I doing? And then I took a shower. At 5 in the morning, because I was like, I am, for some reason, I told Meep this when I woke up. I think, no, before I went to sleep. For some ungodly reason, I was just hearing some kind of vibration in my room, like from a phone, and it was not my phone. It was driving me fucking nuts.
Was like the washing machine on downstairs or something?
No, it's not. It wasn't. It was literally like it was a phone ringing. Oh, hey, more diamonds. Cool.
Whack.
Well, what was it then?
I have no idea. I still don't know.
You still don't know.
The world may never know.
Yeah, because I stopped hearing it.
It went away, so it's no longer my problem.
Exactly. Literally that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, so
Make a meme, but that meme is perhaps one we're gonna cover later, so I won't.
Is it
Anyway.
the DNA, is it part of the DNA of the soul?
No.
Unfortunate.
Anyway.
I love mining.
The idea box. So.
Yes.
Skipping past all the political segments
Yes.
that are the top of the idea box. We are going to. There is a video clip I put in the idea box that's
Yes.
Cybertruck related. If possible, Jimmy, I'd like you to pull it up on stream so the stream can watch this ridiculousness.
Hi, Mina. Are you feeling okay? I woke up late. Okay, fair enough. Also, I saw another clip of the Tesla Cybertruck, which is like a firefighter trying to break into the Tesla Cybertruck, and they're like, you know what? That this is great if there's gonna be a zombie apocalypse, and it's like, you're not a clown. You're the entire circus.
Yeah.
You know, kind of deal. Because it's like, there's not gonna be a fucking apocalypse, but you know what? There's gonna be a fucking, if there's something happening in your truck and you're trying to get out, if the firefighter can't get in easily, you're just fucking toast.
Yeah. Which is especially ironic given the fact that
Wait, hold on.
the doors break if you slam the door too hard.
Okay, so
This is unreal. This should not be happening.
okay, so they light up a bulb.
Yeah.
Just got shocked.
That's like the coming soon.
It's a pretty good fight.
Alright, and then watch the clip.
I obviously can't use this as a ground because it's shocking me. So there you go, Earth. This is where I was talking to Nate and I was pointing this out. 120 volts on my lug.
How did?
It gets better. It's the whole body. 120. This.
How do you get static? How do you get so many volts inside of a Cybertruck?
Here we go. So.
Oh, no, that's how many volts are on the outside of the Cybertruck.
Yeah, I wanted to say outside. Sorry.
Because for some reason, at least this guy's Cybertruck, when he plugs in a charge,
I'll just put it right on the body.
it charges the entire body of the
All
car.
I'm gonna do is plug the charger in.
Oh no.
Oh my god!
120.
Take it out. 0.
How?
So yeah, anyways, it's got wireless charging as well as outlets.
Did you ask how?
I
The
can't.
answer is Elon Musk.
Like, what is that? If anti-robbery if you're like charging your Cybertruck? It just gets a
No.
fucking electrifying.
No, it's just like he got a faulty one, because of course he did, because they're all faulty.
Yep.
A Tesla failure is not an option. It comes standard with every Cybertruck.
Yep.
It's just like, how the fuck did they make it so that when you're charging the battery, the entire frame of the vehicle has 120 volts of electricity running through it?
That's gonna fucking sting.
Yeah. Which also means presumably the battery is like somehow, or some wire to it, is like unshielded, touching against something metal inside, causing that charge.
That just sounds like a possible for a sort of circuit fire. And electrical fires
Yeah.
are, if I recall,
Some
impossible
kind of
to put
electric
out.
fire or something, especially if, like, say, you drove it through a car wash,
Kaboom!
which is why, like, apparently, driving it through a car wash supposedly voids the warranty.
Because of course it does.
Which, you know, sounds stupid, except I've seen video clips of people driving through car washes, and then they get bricked. Because of the water got in from the car wash.
Oh, brother. This car stinks.
Anyway, moving on from Elon Musk and his infinite wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
we move on to the Scrabble word list, which I've also put in the idea box with spoilers. Jimmy and Bolt, what do you think they added to the Scrabble word list that was notable enough I wanted to put it in the idea box?
It's gotta be fucking.
It's gotta be the OOU. It's gotta be.
It's internet lingo.
Bolt, you are absolutely correct. They added OWO and UWU to the Scrabble dictionary.
Yeah, I looked at it when I didn't want to say it like specifically, but I looked at it when you sent it, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. They added OO and OO.
They also added ew and fam.
To be fair, they've added a fair number of other words
Int.
from from various lingos. It's O and OO with an O, but they added lock as in dreadlocks. Fav, fam, ew with 2 W's. Der. Ba, as in Scottish for a ball, apparently.
Huh?
Some of these are like short slang I've never seen before.
And then there's just randomly ooh and oh, like
This fucking
why?
Zoomer. Oh, you know what this is? This is like I guess like TikTok comment section. Got to make it super short, like beyond all reason. I think.
Hello.
Yo,
Hello,
Mina. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. I slept really late.
It's
Sorry.
okay. It's okay. Me too. Last night I was playing with Alex and company, and yeah. By the time we were finished, it was 5 in the morning for me.
I felt that. No, yesterday we celebrated my mama's birthday, so we were drinking. I'm not drunk, but I was very sleepy afterwards.
Aw. EP Mina.
I was a bartender. It was great.
Did you end any Barts?
And any Barts?
I hope you slept well though.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
That's
Got a
nice.
rum and a Coke.
The ramen and a Coke.
Yeah, you can have rum and Coke. It's really good.
Oh, rum!
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be honest, I understood ramen.
Ramen does sound pretty good right now, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Idea.
I have an idea.
Verb, I know what we're gonna do today.
Damn it, I was thinking of that as well.
I thought
Damn
of
it.
I thought of Junkrat from Overwatch. I've got an idea. I think he's Australian.
Something like that.
Anyway,
Anywho, oh, show off, Diglett. Perish. I'll take the dirt. But perish.
This is the idea box is the images tab.
yeah.
Strolling back
I'm
up
sitting in the
slightly
idea
in
box.
the idea
So,
box.
how was your week, Mina?
My week?
Yep.
Would you guys like a work-related story time?
Oh hell yeah!
Cheese me?
Yes.
Oh, hell
always,
yeah.
always. Give me the chisme. Mina, reminder: you speak to a Spanish person. We love chisme.
We do.
We do love our
I hope
chisme.
you guys I hope you guys are taking a seat because this shit blew me away when I was experiencing it.
Oh boy.
I believe that I helped a woman send a package to her affair partner.
Ooh. Ooh, you, 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 you.
Right? So when this woman comes in, she called me first. She called the store and she said, "Hey, I need to send a box, but I don't have a box on me. Can I just buy boxes from the store?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can buy boxes from the store." She's like, "Okay, I don't know what size I'll need and how much will it cost to send something to Wisconsin?" I said, "Well, ma'am, in order to tell you the rates, I need the weight and the size of the box, but assuming the box is 10 pounds and it's 10 by 10 by 10, it'll cost this much." And she's like, "Okay, cool." She comes to the store a couple hours later because she gets out of work or something. I don't know her. And we get her a box. It's actually smaller and it weighs less, so it's gonna cost less to send ship to Wisconsin. She fills it with shirts, and she tells me that it is for some dude. I didn't really understand it because she was whispering most of it. She tells me that is for some dude in Wisconsin. She even shows me a picture of the motherfucker.
Okay.
And
Go
she tells
on.
me that she packs all the shirts in, we fold it in real nice, and she says she wants to put a note inside. I said, "Oh, okay, here's some paper, here's a pen." She's like, "Oh, but I don't know what to write. What do you suggest?" And so I suggested this thing that I always told my partner when we were together, right?
Yep.
If I could give you everything good in the world, I would.
Aw.
But she didn't write it. She had me write it instead, and in Spanish, because this woman exclusively spoke Spanish. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. Why wouldn't you want to write it? She has me write her initials on it and everything.
Okay.
Okay.
The cheesemate keeps on giving.
It keeps going. It keeps going. She's being a little cagey, right? She's looking around the store, but she seems really excited about this guy. I'm like, all right, that's fine. She's probably just a fit. It's probably just a long distance, and I was excited for her for being so happy. Then it gets to actually shipping this shit, and what ends up happening is I tell her, hey, okay. So I'm on a list under personal goods. I need your phone numbers in case it returns. We can call you. Get her information. And then she asked me, oh, but my information isn't going to show up on the label, is it? No, it should be the UPS store. Why? No, I don't want it to return to my house if it doesn't ship all the way through. I'm like, okay. Well, the default...
Suspicious.
Sauce, very sauce.
At least the default is that it stays in the store, we call you, you come pick it up. You know?
Yeah.
So she gives me the guy's name, she gives me his information, we print out the label, and all the while she is, again, still whispering to me most of this information. Like, talking loud enough that I can clearly hear her over the register and the music.
Yeah.
But like low enough that if you were the last person in line, you wouldn't hear her.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
And she keeps emphasizing that she does not want any information traceable back to her. She pays in cash.
Okay.
Granted,
Uh-huh.
shipped within the country, like for a package that's under £5, that's still gonna be like less than $20, so it's not the biggest thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But the amount of like, I do not want people to know it was me sending back to me, and her emphasis on, I remember she said something. It was something like, what was it? It was, I really hope he accepts the package, you know, that it doesn't go back. Although there's a chance it might. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? But yeah, because of the amount of sus she was being, I was heavily suspecting while conducting the transaction. Oh, she cheating. Oh, she cheating. No.
Oh, she
Fuck.
having an affair, and I'm partaking on it.
And I'm helping her. God damn it. And that's the
The cheese of today. Honestly, Mina, we could, if you ever have any like stories and shit like that, feel free to share them. Because
Yeah.
it's just fun. Cheese makes fun.
She's been fun.
Yeah.
Alright, I think I'm done with this cave area. I can move on with my life.
Let's continue the idea about.
Right, up next in the box, we have something big here. It was something that we expected, but Nintendo is suing Power World.
Okay, so I need to I need everyone in this room to hear me loud and clear. Whatever happens, we do not want Nintendo to win. The reason why. Sorry, Mina?
As far as I'm aware, the lawsuit is for
Patent infringement.
patent infringement and not for copyright.
Exactly. That's the issue. Imagine Nintendo wins this. What would happen? What would happen? What do you guys think would happen if Nintendo wins this case?
Either Pals would change design or the game goes bye-bye.
No, it's not. It's not even. I'm not even talking about Power Bolt. I mean in general. If Nintendo wins this,
They would monopoly on the
they
creature
would
capture
probably
rights.
start monopolizing, the monster capturing games.
Cringe.
Very. So when I said loud and clear, we do not Nintendo to win this. As by the way, I am a diehard Nintendo fan. I say this very worried. As a fan of both games, I do not want Power to lose the case. I don't want Nintendo to win it, because if Nintendo wins it, we are boned. This case, if Power wins it, it might just be like the calling card that Nintendo needs. Well, not Nintendo, specifically the Pokemon Company, to, you know, wake the fuck up and actually make good content again.
Yeah.
Because, let's be honest, even though I love Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, there's a lot of flaws with it. A
Fucking
lot.
GameCube ass looking thing.
Like, a lot.
Like, a lot is wrong.
And it's just like, if Nintendo wins this, and there are a lot of, I love seeing, like, so many people being like, oh, finally, that they're getting sued. I'm like, I was, like, reading through all
Stop
this.
shilling for the billion-dollar company!
Yeah.
I don't even think people are shilling for it. I think they're just like, oh, there it is. We knew it was coming.
No,
And there-
there's a lot of people that are shilling for Nintendo.
That's fair.
Twitter is full of, please leave the multi-billion-dollar company alone.
Yes.
To call them something, you know? But it's just like, no, you don't get it. It's not about the designs, which, by the way, yes, there are some
They're not
egregious...
being sued for the designs!
Exactly, that's the thing, yeah, that's...
However, there was a report on Twitter where an artist who was previously, who was alleged to previously have been hired by Palworld's designers, they were told specifically to make it more Pokemon-like.
Yes, which...
But it's also not the point of the lawsuit.
Yeah, but it's still not the point of the lawsuit.
If that was in the lawsuit, it would be a copyright infringement lawsuit. But it's not a copyright lawsuit, it's a patent lawsuit.
Which is bad.
And I remember seeing someone talk about like some of the Nintendo's patents seem like almost that they might, because the thing is, from last I've seen, Powell doesn't even know which patents they're accused of infringing.
Correcto.
Yeah.
The Spanish that, yeah, they don't even know. Like, they're like, yeah, we saw the suit, but we have no idea where this is coming from. We have no idea what patent it is. We'll, you know, try to keep you updated and make sure that the game keeps
I don't know
rolling.
what took Nintendo so long to decide they need to do this? Because if it was patents, especially, you'd feel like they would have been able to know that a while ago. I mean, I know lawsuits take a while to draw up, but still.
Apparently, they were investigating. And also, it also feels like they were waiting until Power was big enough to sue them. You know, money.
Mm-hmm.
It says
Feels
that
like it.
Pokemon, according to this article, Pokemon-like games have been released before, Temtem being one of the most notable. What makes Palworld different is hard to say, but its immense success definitely gives Nintendo a lot of incentive to make sure that more games of the same ilk don't keep coming out. The main patents that Nintendo and the Pokemon Company are most likely to use in the legal battle against Pocket Bear meticulously describe a variety of ways to capture characters in a 3D virtual space.
By the way,
The other one I saw some speculation for is one where it's basically Nintendo trying to patent mounts.
yes.
Which is impossible because that's existed in video games prior to Nintendo or to Pokemon using it.
Well,
Yeah.
no, but it's like, oh, a specific way mount works or whatever. It's like, patenting
You
video
really-
game mechanics is so fucking stupid.
You can't patent that mechanic because horses exist. You've only had mounts as far back as Gen 7.
Yes.
Gen 6 had it too, actually.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah.
Whereas,
But those are regular mounts, not mounts with specific purposes, I feel. Right?
No, because
Gen
you
6
can
had
only
two
get on
different
the
mounts.
mouse.
You could ride the Skidoo. Actually, you could ride the Skidoo, you could ride the Go-Go, and you could ride the Laddie
Rhyhorn.
Twins.
You could ride Rhyhorn
Yeah.
when you needed to get over rocky stuff, I think.
Yep.
Was that in Gen 6?
Yes.
And I believe,
Yeah.
I even believe even Mamoswine as well at some point, I believe.
I don't remember that. It's been a while since I played X and Y.
Same.
I don't know
I
why
believe
I
there
remember
was
like,
a
the Go-Go
section with
instead of
Mamoswine, I believe.
Skidoo. But whatever. Yeah, video game patents are so fucking dumb. Like, someone like I saw talking about like like some system that like Warner Bros. Developed that they use in like 2 games. That's like, yo, this is like really fucking cool. And if it weren't fucking patented, this could have been like become like a staple of like RPG titles. But no.
It says capturing characters outright, using characters in combat before attempting to capture them, aiming and launching an item, and even the intricacies of moving the camera are all addressed within the patents. However, Pokemon is never directly mentioned. This legal battle between the Pokemon Company and Pocket Pair will most likely hinge on whether it makes sense to grant exclusivity to a fairly broad game mechanic. There isn't a lot precedent within the video game industry in regard to this, so it's hard to say who is more in the right here. A good part of the legal battle will most likely focus on how similar in Pokemon and Palworld's mechanics really are in execution. In that regard, Palworld will have a hard time trying to plead its case.
The funny thing is, sorry,
Its capture mechanics are very comparable to what the classic Nintendo series has to offer in Pokemon Legends Arceus and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Palworld's only major difference in the player's ability to physically attack creatures on their own. It's more like a brutal take on Pokemon's formula, but it's still undeniable that it encroaches on the territory covered by Nintendo's patents. The patent even include images related to boss fights, which Palworld actually takes more traditional use of than the most recent Pokemon games. So it's basically Dynamax and the
I guess.
Terras boss events.
I don't know.
Imagine if
Oh.
Nintendo tried to fucking patent jumping in a 2D space to lock down Mario.
Also, these patents weren't improved until after Palworld's release.
yeah, August of this
Then
year.
they shouldn't fucking apply anyway! Then again, this is the Japanese legal system. Defamation in Japan can be for something that's 100% true.
Yeah, if it dishonors the person you're talking about, they can absolutely sue you. They have a fucked up take on defamation there.
This is so stupid.
It makes no
Also,
sense.
their privacy laws are fucking insane.
You thought America was a corporate hellscape. Let me tell you about Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
People said they would live in Japan. Like, I understand the desire to, but the legal system there has a 99% conviction rate, and that's not
Good.
a good thing.
that's like fucking Russian conviction rates.
And we all agree the Russian legal system is not great.
It's not a legal system.
It's an illegal system.
Yeah,
no.
The Russian state is functionally closer to an organized crime syndicate than to a functioning nation.
Considering the actually crime syndicates in there, yeah.
Like, it's actually like a thing, like in Russia, that like if you're not like corrupt in a lot of institutions, you're looked at with suspicion by your colleagues.
But what would they suspect you for if you're not
Being a
correct?
bootlicker, basically.
A bootlicker for doing your fucking job?
Yep. And then because everyone is corrupt, if someone above you decides they don't like you, they just draw up trumped up charges of corruption and get you sent to the gulag. That's how Putin's purged like half his military staff in the course of the war. You know, the ones that didn't offend him enough to get defenestrated.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, they had an accident.
Had an accident, which in Russia is usually getting defenestrated.
What's defenestrated?
At least in
again?
Putin's Russia. Anyway, we'll get to Russia later. For now, we need to go to the Atlantic Ocean. Specifically, right next to the wreck of the Titanic, where they have released photos of the Titan submersible's wreckage.
They've released videos of the wreckage as well for the current ongoing trial with OceanGate.
Yes, and I have seen like one good meme out of it too. I just put in images.
Jesus Christ. But also, yeah. So, as people predicted, that little flimsy fucking waiver isn't gonna protect him legally because because people have been telling them within the company this is gonna have a catastrophic failure of some point if we're not careful. And then it did. And they did nothing about it. They just fired the engineer.
Waivers don't apply to gross negligence.
It does not. However, people were wary about it because the company is listed in Barbados, so it doesn't have to follow U.S. law.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Barbados or the Bahamas, something like that. It starts with a B.
It's basically the same thing anyway.
Bitch ass motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Part of me is very sad that Stockton Rush wasn't alive to see the consequences of his actions. But at least he had the fucking cajones to go down with the ship.
I mean, it's not like he could have done much else.
Not that he had much of a choice. So the interesting thing about the submersible that I found is that it wasn't that the window had a catastrophic failure or that it cracked. It was actually pushed away from the ship.
Ah, fucking great.
Yeah, because the hull imploded.
Mm-hmm. But it didn't implode in the middle like a lot of simulations showed.
Yeah, like cracked open or whatever by looks of the picture.
Here, I'm gonna pull up a picture of the debris. It's so weird looking at this image. Hold on. Damn. I can't even tell if this is from the Titanic or the actual fucking sub.
I mean, yeah. Like the picture of the wreck that's from the meme I sent very much looks like the whole thing just kind of cracked open kind of thing.
Like
That's
a cold
actually
one?
the tail where all of the electric stuff was.
Oh,
It was not pressurized like the hull was, so this is perfectly intact.
okay, that explains it. Yeah, because the thing is also I watched like someone who's like sort of an engineer explain like part of it. It's because the fiberglass hull as well. It's not just that fiberglass is good in tension, not in compression. It's also that basically the way it works is it had dived a few times, which means the weaker strands of the fiberglass mesh would have broken, which means it weakens the overall structure until it literally failed all at once.
Right. Hold on, I'm gonna share so they can see my mouse. But the picture is up if Jimmy wants to put that up on the stream.
Yeah, just give me a second.
You guys can see my mouse?
Hold on, give me a second. So I go. Well, I have to do this very specifically to make sure I do it right.
Ooh.
Make sure you put up the correct window and all that.
That's it. Yep, that's exactly the point.
I do see it, yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Yep,
You
there
can
you
see
go.
my
Yeah, you can see Discord.
Okay. So this is the hull of the Titan submersible.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So here's where we that catastrophic failure. This is the end of the Titan. So that tail that Meep showed earlier would have been attached to this dome right here.
Mm-hmm.
What would have been on the other end?
It would have been on this end because the window shot out.
Oh, okay.
Would have been the front. So it crunched up here, shot the front. So that means that the men would have theoretically been pushed right here. Their bodies would have been right here had they stayed intact. It is very likely now, because of all of the bone-eating worms and all of the scavengers that eat the marine snow, there's nothing left in this ship. They're completely gone, aside from just being paste from this amount of pressure.
Jesus Christ. I think we covered it. I think we covered it in the Roomba with the Ocean Gate flooded.
Yeah, when it like happened.
We knew, but now we actually have
Proof.
the crushed soda can that was the Titan submersible.
Jesus
We
Christ.
like a lot of the simulations that I've seen show it cracking from the middle. Hold on, let me see. Right? So there's the sub,
Mm-hmm.
right? This is the door where they would have entered. There's the tail that was shot away from here. Because you see this part right here?
Yep.
That's
That's
this
that.
part. Mm-hmm. So this is the door of the hull where they entered because they entered from the back. Window, I don't know if the window's been found, but a lot of the catastrophic failures that we see in simulations crack from right here. Right in the middle. Instead, what happened was that this part popped off like a champagne bottle top.
Huh? Jesus.
What I assume happened based on what's happened is there was some failure in the main cabin area, which caused the water pressure to rush into it, which then hits the back of the front and sent that flying off. As I assume the
Yeah.
order
So-
of operations.
If I remember correctly, this section and the tail section, like this ring right here, is stuck on with a specific glue for carbon fiber, which is not at all what you should use in a deep sea expedition like this.
No,
Why is it censored like that? So, yeah. Man, it's been a year since then already.
Yep.
I mean, what were you expecting from a company that's literally just Watergate with a different kind of water?
That was
The
clever.
scandal was bound to happen.
With a different kind of water. I find that very funny.
I still feel bad for this 19-year-old right here.
Because he went there?
Because,
Oh.
because he was basically forced to go there by his family, and he got killed because of it.
His dad really wanted to go see the Titanic because, you know, people have a fascination with the Titanic.
Yep.
The Titanicism. Titism, if you would.
Titanicism.
Mm-hmm. And it was Father's Day that weekend. So he went with his dad. But it looks like, from this article, mom of teenage Titan sub passenger says she gave up her seat for him to go with his father.
Yeah. That was reported
Pretty
pretty
long
early
ago.
on.
Also, people keep confusing him for his stepbrother, who is an asshole apparently. But he's 19 years old at the same time. He's not quite a child, but he's still very inexperienced in life.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
aside from
Fush.
being rich. So they would have been seated like this. I don't know why they use these models specifically.
Probably because they're cheap.
Fair. But right in front of them, they would have been pushed all the way to the back. Where's the toilet, though? I know this fucking sub has a toilet on it.
I think it was literally like a bucket in the corner.
It's not accurate to the diagram if they don't add it.
Where toilet?
Where toilet?
Yeah, that's the kind of thing Mina was talking about, where it looks like most of the simulations said it imploded at the center.
Yeah. But that's not what happened. Thankfully, for those who were lost in there, right? They would not have had the time for their brain to register what the fuck just happened.
Yeah.
It would have happened in
the
less than
the
milliseconds.
speed of the water moving into them would have killed them before their brains would have even had time to
Process what
notice
happened.
that the hull had failed, let alone the water had hit them and killed them. Anyway. Moving on from that,
Yep.
there were reports from the Armenian government that they arrested a bunch of Russian-backed coup plotters. So, you know, Russia continues to be Russia.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because Armenia, if you're not familiar with the recent-ish history in that part of the world, Armenia and Azerbaijan have had some beef. Russia went into Ukraine. Azerbaijan went and forcefully settled its beef with Armenia, and Armenia's like, "Yo, Russia, aren't you supposed to like protect me?" And Russia's like, "Nah, mate, I'm busy." And Armenia's like, "Oh, fuck you then. I'm gonna go get friendly with Europe and NATO then." And Russia didn't like that.
I mean, Russia's fault.
Yeah, so apparently they tried to get some people together to try and do like an armed coup, and Armenia managed to arrest them.
Nice.
So, you know, common Russian L.
Yep. As
Uh,
the usual.
Next thing, which I've put in here is, quote, German Foreign Office breaks out the Hitler maps to ratio a Russian bot on Twitter. So, this one I'm gonna need to explain a bit. So, as I scroll to where this had been posted, some Russian bot, like a bot account in Russia, like with it's FFA Russia, Russian flag emoji, Twitter checkmark, okay, is the name of this account, okay?
Mhm.
This is what their tweet reads. Calendar emoji. On September 17th, 1939, the Red Army launched a military operation in Poland's eastern regions, preventing the genocide of the population of western Belarus and western Ukraine. To which they promptly got community noted. The USSR invaded Poland as part of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. They killed 7,000 Poles and took 320,000 Poles as POWs during the invasion, then later executed 22,000 during the Katyn massacre. To which, and then the thing is, to this tweet by this Russian bot, the German Foreign Office Twitter account quote unquote seriously and posted a map, a vintage map like from archives,
Mhm.
of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact like plan of like where Germany and the Soviet Union drew the lines on the map, saying how are we gonna carve up Poland between us? Because Russia really hates when you mention this, but they started World War II in 1939 on Germany's team.
Yep.
They invaded Poland with Germany.
Hmm.
They were allies with Germany at the start.
I didn't mention that in Italia.
No. In fact, I'm pretty sure if you say that, they can fucking put you in the gulag in Russia. So like, fucking German Foreign Office for that, and then some people on Twitter memeing about it. Memeing about the fact they pulled out the vintage Hitler maps for the ratio.
Which is pretty
Based.
pog, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Pretty based, if
It's
you
like-
ask me.
Bitch,
Pretty
we have...
stupid.
Yeah, it's fucking... The Soviet Union in like 1946 like produced a bunch of documents saying no, we definitely weren't allies with Hitler. Look at these documents that are totally legitimate and unedited by Stalin. that are completely contradicted by the surviving German Foreign Office documents from the period.
Which also lends credence to the fact that the Russian army did not find Hitler's body. But that's a whole conspiracy theory that I'm not going to go down.
That's a whole different conspiracy theory. No, remember they
That's
completely
just a
fucking hated
theory,
Hitler by
a
that point.
conspiracy theory.
But
Sorry.
like also as like a reminder for like the history, like before World War II, like there was a bunch of deals where like they were like trading resources, and Germany helped the Russians like do a bunch of Air Force stuff and a bunch of tank stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the Soviet Union also helped Germany do a bunch of tank stuff and a bunch of Air Force stuff. Like, they were definitely like allies before and during the early parts of World War II, which is part of why Stalin didn't believe that Hitler was gonna fucking stab him in the throat and invade the Soviet Union. And then he did.
Yep.
Anyway, from Jimmy, Cristiano Ronaldo in a fighting game question.
Okay. So,
Like the soccer player?
yes, the football player, Cristiano Ronaldo. His official Twitter account, and I checked, I made sure it was the real one. Hold on, I'm actually going to look it up
At
right
real
now.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Mr. Sue! So let me just look up right now, so I can send you guys the video. Yeah. Ronaldo. See if I can find it. Yeah, okay. So, there's a... I liked and retweeted it because I could not believe this. I'm sending them the images right now, so y'all can see it. I'm scared of showing it on stream, but I will be a big man and I will show it on stream.
Okay, so what's the context? Why is he in a fighting game?
That's the thing no one knows. So I'm showing it on stream. A legendary player joins a legendary game.
Does he
It's a game I've never heard of.
You might not have heard it, but Fatal Fury as a whole in South America is like
Okay.
it's like it may not be for like the USA and Europe, but Fatal Fury is like the fighting game of South America. When Terry got announced for Smash, it wasn't the Americans, it wasn't the Europeans, I don't even think the Japanese, no, it was the Mexicans, the Brazilians, everywhere in Central and South America, they were ecstatic for Terry to come out.
Like if they added Goku to Smash.
This is the equivalent of what Steve is, basically.
When I was working with my students, right? The three characters, the three, like, how do I explain this? The three names that they knew were Goku, Messi, and Ronaldo.
Of course, Goku, Messi, Ronaldo, as you do.
Up to. Maybe Luffy.
I remember seeing
Goku.
this. I remember seeing this, and I'm like, I have to tell Octo, because, you know, he's a fighting game player, and immediately, as soon as I tell him, he's like, no, please, for the love of God, no, please tell me you're lying. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, fuck, and then they just went on an absolute rant about football. And it was just at that moment, as well, which I find very funny, I was playing a fucking football game. I was playing Pro Evolution Soccer at that very moment. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll shut up.
Alright, now for some quick fire funny things before we get into the
I mean, that
big
was kind of fun. I feel like it's weird, but it's also kind of funny.
Well, for some other quick fire sections, Caltrain has finished rolling out their all-electric fleet. So we're full on electric train gang up here.
The trains are set to be done by the time of the LA Olympics as well. Allegedly.
The other things for the quickfire section, apparently Flint, Michigan's old police academy building was sold to become a marijuana grow facility. So
Thank you,
I'd
Drugs, for
once again
winning
like
the...
to congratulate Drugs for winning the war on drugs. Then mostly politics bullshit, I think. Including before we get to the big sections, the Team Red's vice presidential candidate did the meme, the Metal Gear meme of nice story, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Are you actually fucking kidding me?
Dude,
Basically, more that's not what he. That's not like the exact words he said, but that is basically an actual line he went. The meaning of the words he said.
Oh my fucking god.
basically, he did say, I made it the fuck up. Essentially.
Yeah, it said, quote, if I have to create stories. AKA, I made it the fuck up.
As a reminder, chat, JD Vance stands for Jorkin to Penis Vance.
Huh?
Anyway, should we do U.S. politics first this time around?
Sure.
Alright.
Also,
Do it.
thing about Vance, he was told in an interview that he said in an interview that if Kamala Harris wins office, the whole White House is gonna smell of curry, fully knowing that his wife is Indian.
Bruh.
So like,
Anyway.
bruh, pick a side, pick a struggle. I hope she leaves you.
Bro, you know if it was the current Republican Party in like 2008 when Obama was running, to be like, it's called the White House, not the Black House.
I think I heard that.
Dude, people were marching in the streets with nooses like they were gonna lynch Obama.
They stormed the Capitol with the gallows like they were gonna lynch what's his face, the VP. Hang Mike Pence was like a thing they chanted anyway.
Yeah, they're unhinged. It's like, no. Like, yes, political violence is an option, but it should be a last resort.
It shouldn't
But
be like the
you're
thing you
using
go
it
to
as
when
your
you
first
lose
resort.
once.
You're using it as your first resort.
Anyway, someone tried to shoot at Trump again.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Another Republican.
Yes. So this time, at Trump's golf course, there was reports of shots fired,
Mm-hmm.
which have been, in later reporting, clarified to be a Secret Service member walking the holes ahead of the president, former president, spotted a firearm protruding from a bush line and fired in that direction, causing the would-be assassin to run away. The would-be assassin never got line of sight on Mr. Golf, and he was later arrested alive.
Oh, that's
And-
at least something.
In typical U.S. media brilliance, a grainy PNG of the shooter's position was taken, and the media immediately reported that they were using an AK-47.
Let me guess, there were not.
No, it wasn't an AK-47.
Thought so.
It wasn't even an AK pattern rifle. It was like a really shittily made SKS,
Oh my
which, to be
god.
fair, is a different Russian rifle.
Yeah,
but
it's still a Russian rifle, but it's completely different.
I again
Yes.
subscribe to the conspiracy theory that Trump is paying for these people to assassinate him very slightly as part of his campaign, showing, look how violent the left is. The left is so terrible. We would never resort to this level of violence. Vote for me, and we'll get rid of all these motherfuckers. Right?
The first one, definitely not, because they actually got shots. This one I might believe, but this guy also had the picture position. He had his SKS that was like poking through like a chain link fence. Had like a couple like ceramic panels hanging on the fence as like armor for his like hide, and he had a GoPro.
What the fuck was the GoPro go for?
Presumably, he thought he would be able to live long enough after he shot Trump to go home and upload it to LiveLeak or something.
Lively still exists?
I don't know.
Look, guys, I
I
killed
just
Trump.
assume that's somewhere that would tolerate it, unlike YouTube.
Kick.
So immediately after this whole thing, you had the standard. Everyone's like, "What the fuck's the Secret Service doing?" Even though they did, they did their job. They stopped him.
They stopped him really quickly.
Yeah, they stopped him this time before he even had line of sight, unlike last time. And it's like, some people like, how did this happen? It's like, you do realize this man, his favorite pastime is walking out into an open field surrounded by significant foliage.
It's like he's screaming to get shot at, basically.
And the Secret Service prevented it. It's like, I saw this one joke was like, apparently this guy managed to just walk onto the property with no problem, so maybe Trump should consider like building a wall or something.
A wall.
The Team Red and their commentators immediately blamed Team Blue and their commentators for calling Trump a fascist and whatever, because jump cut to a clip collection of Trump going, "She's a fascist, Marxist, communist. She's a fascist. She's a fascist. She's a Marxist." The exact rhetoric he uses. How dare the Democrats make Trump look bad by saying exactly what he says verbatim? Elon Musk posted on Twitter a quote-unquote joke about how no one seemingly is trying to shoot Kamala Harris, which
Bad taste.
like, and apparently the FBI is like,
Excuse you, Mr. Musk.
and he's like, look, apparently jokes are less funny if they're in plain text without context. Like, fucking
Idiot, 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 idiot.
And this guy is somehow the richest man on the planet, and that's how he
That's because
behaves.
he got it from his dad, who runs an emerald mine.
in apartheid South Africa.
Did we talk about Elon Musk's most recent lawsuit, by the way? 'Cause I would like to lawsuit.
We'll get to that. The other thing was
Splatoon's tied to political events.
alright, you do that, because there was another one where a local Libertarian Party group, a local Libertarian Party like Twitter manager definitely got a visit from the FBI and got fired. Did something put a tweet so bad it would probably broke Twitter's terms of service, which is basically non-existent nowadays. Which is basically, they literally said anyone, quote, this is the exact quote, anyone who murders Kamala Harris would be an American hero, end quote. It's an actual thing that they said.
Okay then.
It's not even Team Red. That's one of the third parties.
Ooh. Fucking nuts.
Granted, that's one of the third parties that's basically
Team Red.
adjacent ideology to Team Red, at least nowadays. Because if I remember, the Libertarians, their main thing is government bad. That's basically their party platform, from my understanding.
I see. That makes a lot of sense. Not.
Yeah, they're basically, from my understanding, they're basically like one step above anarcho-capitalist.
Hey, what now? Meep. Hey, what now?
They're like one step removed from like anarcho-capitalism as their ideology. Like, the government exists to facilitate and protect like legal business rights, but that's about it. Whereas anarcho-capitalism was like, nah, full free market. Let the corporations run everything.
That makes sense, I guess.
Sorry, I'm still trying to find that one.
No, it's okay, take your time. You know, I'm just here ready to smelt things. Quick question about Minecraft. Is it better to smelt a block of coal or coal itself?
Block of coal is worth 10 pieces of coal of fuel.
Okay, so it's better to smelt blocks of coal then.
Assuming you're doing mass smelting, yes, it is more efficient.
A full stack of ore?
Yeah, that's not
block of
melting.
I think, I'm sure there's a website you can go to figure out exactly whatever. The Minecraft wiki will tell you how much different items can smelt. Minecraft wiki melting.
I know it's random, but again, I'm playing Minecraft, so... Also, I think it's only for 1.16, but there's a mod that is for backpacks, and it's very useful.
Yeah, so according to the Minecraft wiki, a block of coal will smelt 80 items.
Ooh. Okay.
Which is the second best fuel by that metric, the best one being lava bucket, which smelts 100.
Mm-hmm.
A normal piece of coal will smelt 8 items.
Alright, so that makes sense to me. Where's the other pickaxe that was about to break? There it is.
So a single stack, technically, Jimmy, a single stack of items
Mm-hmm.
is more efficient to use coal because it uses 8 coal.
Okay.
It's only more efficient if you're doing truly like bulk, like with hoppers to feed it in and out. Yeah.
Okay, I found the 3. Okay. So Splatoon has this weird coincidence happening during Splatfest. For instance, at the release of Splatoon 3 was the day that Queen Lizzie died.
Queen Lizzie.
Trump has gotten assassinated twice around Big Run and Splatfest, the final Splatfest of the game. And on the anniversary of Splatoon 2, which they celebrated in game, fucking Biden drops out. So I guess the next time we have a Splatfest in upcoming thing is the next time something big is gonna happen politically.
What kind
So
of...
keep an eye out.
That's one way to look at it.
We'll keep an eye on it then. Oh, boy.
Next, do we go to Eastern Europe or do we go to the Middle East?
Let's go to the middle of Europe.
Yeah.
That's not one of the options, Jimmy.
I know. I'm just fucking with you because I can.
Let's just
Well, Mina, what do you think?
Go to the Middle East.
Middle East?
Mm.
Alright. The Middle East it is. Where? Alright. There's not too much from there this week. In terms of like big stuff. Really the biggest things related to the Middle East this week are the UN General Assembly apparently has either the place I saw this was kind of like weird on whether or not this is a thing that was done or a thing that was going to be done. Where like the UN General Assembly either did vote or was like going to vote on whether or not to tell Israel they need to get the fuck out of Palestine. Because, you know, under international law, they're not technically allowed to be the primary administrators there, and especially like, all the Israeli settlements in the West Bank, especially, are, you know, illegal. But, you know, the United States and Israel basically are both telling the UN, fuck off. Because, yeah. The, the, the US is like, look, man, it's like my one, like, geopolitical ally in the region. I gotta help. I gotta back them unconditionally, man. Also, they're like the second strongest lobbying group in Congress. Anyway, the other news is that the Israeli intelligence agency managed to get a whole bunch of explosive-laced pagers into the hands of Hezbollah in Lebanon and blow them up.
Wait! I have memes for that.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, Jimmy.
There's been some memes about
No,
it.
it's because so the reason why, Mina, it's because my uncle. The other day, my uncle showed me memes. Showed me like the memes about it, and I just, you know, because it's like, oh, this could be something for the Roomba. Send me a couple of them, and yeah, one of them is it says new Hezbollah communication device. It's 2 cups and a string.
So one of the best ones I saw was like a pager that just had like a Duolingo owl that said you've missed your Hebrew lessons. You know what that means. But yeah, this happened. They blew up a bunch of pagers, which, you know, I don't even know how the fuck they did this, but apparently they did, and it blew up a bunch of people. Killed a few people, injured a couple hundred, including some children, because of course it did.
Yep.
Like, apparently this was like part of like some big, really long, like, apparently they'd done like a SWAT saying like, yo, all the phones have been hacked, gotta get pagers now, or something. I don't know. It's like,
Hmm.
and most of my news cycle stuff's kind of like moved on from the Middle East, because I was like, oh, it's the same story every week. Iron Dome shot some shit down. Israel's continuing to bomb the Gaza Strip, you know.
Yeah.
The usual.
The usual.
Supposedly they've been squaring up against Hezbollah up in the north with the border of Lebanon recently. But that's been a big kind of shit of nothing ever happens burger going on. The biggest thing was either this week or the week before, like I think it was the Houthis managed to get a missile into like central Israel or something. But like,
that's pretty much it.
Reminder, Israel's like 20 miles across.
Yeah.
So. Like,
Something like
I'm pretty sure you could park Naval class battleship off the coast and hit anywhere in Israel.
Probably, yeah, with enough aim.
I mean, you might need to cheat a little bit and use like the missiles they put on it for a couple spots, but for most, I'm pretty sure it can all be in gun range of that thing because it's not very big. But anyway, that's really all I've got on that. Which brings us, of course, now wrap it up with the Russia segment.
Wait.
First off,
Oh, do I talk about the lawsuit afterwards?
yeah, actually do that now. We'll wrap
Okay.
up with the Russia segment.
Cards Against Humanity is suing Elon Musk.
Whoa.
Currently, the lawsuit is because Elon Musk has used put a bunch of his trash from SpaceX onto land that Cards Against Humanity has specifically crowdfunded so that Trump would be unable to build the wall between the United States and Mexico. So he is illegally dumping on their land that they have lawfully bought and refuses to clean it up.
Whoa.
It was essentially listed as a nature preserve, if I am remembering correctly. So they are suing Elon Musk for $15 million to get his shit out and to restore the land back to the way it was, because they did clear it out illegally. And as a result of this, Elon has tried to settle out of court by lowballing them and trying to offer them less money for the land for less than what it was worth.
Of course.
Oh, they're not gonna take that.
So
I'll be
that's
honest,
what
when
that-
you said Cards Against Humanity was suing him, I'm like, I wasn't expecting to be over him polluting their land.
And I kind of hope it's a class action because, as I said, this was crowdfunded by people specifically as a political message. And it'd be kind of funny if people got in on the lawsuit saying, yeah, you owe me because you ruined the land that I helped pay for. Which is probably a bad precedent, but it would be funny.
But like, bruh.
Very much
Bruh.
so.
They're suing him for $15 million for littering.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh boy. And he's trying to just pay less for it as well.
Yep.
Yeah, he's trying to lowball the worth of the land, even though they bought it for quite a pretty penny.
He's trying to just buy the land off them.
Which is what historically oil companies would do in that area. They just buy the land for less than what it's worth. Cards Against Humanity sued SpaceX yesterday, alleging that Elon Musk's firm illegally took over a plot of land on the U.S.-Mexico border that the party game company bought in 2017.
Oh wait, like Elon Musk actually like took over part of the land?
Yeah, like I said, he deforested the land that they were keeping in its
Oh,
natural
I thought
state.
that, like they were just dumping shit on it. They actually stole some of the land.
Yes.
Bitch ass
In their
motherfucker.
official letter, here's some of the pictures of the dump site that SpaceX has been doing. Here is what that area looked like before SpaceX started dumping shit on it.
Bruh.
Okay. Cards Against Humanity. Okay, so their letter goes as follows. We have terrible news. 7 years ago, 150,000 people paid us $15 to protect a pristine parcel of land on the U.S.-Mexico border from racist billionaire Donald Trump's very stupid wall. Unfortunately, an even richer, more racist billionaire, Elon Musk, snuck up on us from behind and completely fucked that land with gravel, tractors, and space garbage. Just look at it. He fucked it. How did this happen? Elon Musk's SpaceX was building some space thing nearby, and he figured he could just dump his shit all over our gorgeous plot of land without asking. After we caught him, SpaceX gave us a 12-hour ultimatum to accept a lowball offer for less than half of our land's value. We said, go fuck yourself, Elon Musk. We'll see you in court. So today, we're announcing Day 7 of Cards Against Humanity Saves America. Cards Against Humanity sues Elon Musk for $15 million. If we win, we'll equally split the lawsuit's net proceeds among all 150,000 of our original subscribers, up to $100 each. While this isn't enough to compensate our subscribers for the anguish they've suffered witnessing Elon Musk defile their once verdant land, where wild horses gallop freely in the Texas moonlight, it's a link. Here's the link for the original wall. Here's a link to suing Elon Musk. We think it's a pretty good start. Why do we need to do this? Even if Musk unfucks our land, that doesn't unfuck the damage he's done to our reputation. 150,000 people gave us their hard-earned money, and in exchange we vowed to protect this land from racist billionaires and their dumb vanity projects. They trusted us because when we say we're sending people a box of bullshit, we send people a box of actual bull feces. When we say we're donating web store profits from forced birth states to fund abortion access, we donate $500,000 of red state cash to the National Network of Abortion Funds. And when we say we're digging a tremendous hole in the ground, we don't walk away from our promises. We dig a big freaking hole in the ground. A big fucking hole in the ground.
Yeah,
Apologies.
you see.
Here's a link to the big fucking hole in the ground that they dug.
That's a big hole indeed.
Our long-standing reputation as a company that makes outrageous promises and actually keeps them is on the line. We promise that we use every legal tool at our disposal to protect this land from bullies like Trump and Musk, who's spending millions to get Trump elected and also wants to build this stupid wall. If we don't take action now, why would anyone ever trust us again? If you're an original 2017 Cards Against Humanity Saves America subscriber and you want to increase the pressure on Elon, here's the thing you can post on Twitter, the platform he wants you to call X for his own sexual gratification.
Even he doesn't call it X.
He does not. So, here is a copy of the tweet. It reads, in 2017, I paid Cards Against Humanity to protect a pristine plot of borderland from Trump's racist wall. But then, an even richer, more racist billionaire, Elon Musk, stole my land and dumped his shit all over it. Elon Musk owes me $100. And there's a link to a website called www.elonosgu100dollars.com.
There was
Or,
also
if
one.
you're not... Go on.
No, I was about to say that. Like, if you didn't pay, there's also another one.
Yeah. Or if you're not a subscriber, you will still think Elon Musk is a charity embezzling, conspiracy peddling, eugenicist manchild who trades horses for in-flight handjobs. Post this. In 2017, 150,000 people paid Cards Against Humanity to protect a pristine borderland from Trump's racist wall. Continue with racist stole their land, dumped his shit all over it. Fuck that. www.elonosgu100dollars.com.
Honestly, kind of based.
With great vengeance and furious anger, Cards Against Humanity. P.S. We will also accept Twitter.com as compensation.
based
I
Cards
hope
Against Humanity.
he gives them Twitter.
Imagine if Cards Against Humanity owned Twitter.
Oh my god.
That'd be hilarious.
Upgrade.
That would be
That
hilarious.
would be an upgrade. That would objectively be an upgrade. If that happened, I might unironically have to get a Twitter.
This isn't just us. A Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative journalist has also found all kinds of people in Texas getting fucked even worse than us by Musk and the politician he's bankrolled to build his space dick factory.
I mean, that's one
So,
way
yeah.
to call it.
Hashtag Elon Musk owes you $100.
Reminder: this is the guy who had a launch pad disintegrate because they designed it wrong.
Yeah, it sounds legit to me.
Fuck you, Elon.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Elon.
The real immigrant ruining our country.
True.
Not all the Haitians that Trump and Vance have spun up a bunch of vitriol towards.
They're eating
Which-
the
oh,
dogs,
yeah, I
they're eating
forgot.
the cats, they're eating the pets.
Yeah, they're making that shit up. Like, he admitted to making that shit up, and he doesn't care. And as such, there's like a growing list of like institutions and buildings in Springfield, Ohio that have had to close over bomb threats because the fucking MAGA idiots keep calling in bomb threats. This poor town in Ohio.
Jesus Christ.
My friend lives in Ohio, and it's just like, what the fuck? There's no reason to do any of this.
Yep, that's...
Dude. I watched a video on Instagram, like a meme video, but it was completely, it's like a cut segment of a news, it's a cut bit of a news segment, where this woman took a guinea pig to the vet because it was sick, and once it was at full health, she cooked it and ate it, because she's Peruvian, and that's what they do.
Okay.
Hmm.
It's like, I know that we love cats and dogs, but at the same time, even if they were eating them, right? I don't know.
It's the specific reason they're pulling up the videos that supposedly they stole the cats and dogs, but that's also not true. It's like the closest thing is like there was like one crazy guy at the town was saying they were doing it to like ducks at like the park or something. Like, bruh. And, like, apparently one, like, crazy person on Facebook who said, like, their cat was missing. And they're like, I wonder if this happened. And then, like, 2 days later, like, never mind, I found it. The cat was in my basement.
How was it
Like-
in your basement that long?
It's like, you go on Facebook, accuse your immigrant neighbors of eating your cat, and you didn't even properly search your own house.
What the fuck
Bruh.
is wrong with these people?
Bruh. Also, as an add-on to last week, when we talked about Elon being really fucking weird, after freaking Taylor Swift endorsed Harris. Well, first of all, there was some memes from the most recent assassination attempt where it's like apparently news hit about it like 2 hours after Trump tweeted, quote, "I hate Taylor Swift." So, you know, which then one of the U.S. Comedy news channels, not John Love, it was a different one. One of their hosts put a brilliant quote, "I think Trump needs to stick to racism. It's less divisive. Well, the assassin this weekend was probably not a Swiftie, okay? He doesn't fit the MO. Swifties are non-violent. They prefer to cyberbully you until you kill yourself. Instead of, you know, just shooting you. Because, you know, comedy. Anyway, so Elon Musk, if we remember, in a previous week after Taylor Swift endorsed Elon Musk put out his unhinged tweet. Where is it? Here it is.
Oh, that's right. He wanted to. Like,
Elon Musk put out his insane tweet, quote, "Fine, Taylor, you win. I will give you a child and guard your cats with my life." You know, that fucking unhinged shit. So apparently, Taylor Swift responded, saying, quote, "Great! I'll be happy to take Vivian and give her all the love and respect she deserves." Which, if I'm remembering right, that's the trans child of Elon Musk who wants nothing to do with him and that he frequently dead names.
Mm-hmm.
Based.
Which
Based
honestly-
Taylor Swift. Based.
Yeah, based.
How old is
and
Taylor? Isn't Taylor
I
Swift
don't
from
know.
like the 13th of December?
I have no idea.
Let me look it up.
I think she is.
Oh, and then we have people making memes about the unhinged shit that like Trump and Vance have been saying as well. Like there was obviously the nice story sent over. How about you back up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Taylor Swift is 34 years old. She's about 10 years older than I am.
Huh. Cool. But yeah, isn't she from? Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong artist, but isn't she from like the 13th of December?
What?
I don't fucking know.
Taylor
What are you
Swift.
talking about?
I know. There's a singer that's from the 13th of December.
Yeah, she is.
Oh my god. Yippee! My birthday. I share birthday with Taylor Swift. Cool. Bless you.
Then there's
Bless
someone
you.
fucking parroting what JD Vance said as if it's like fucking Emperor Palpatine saying it. Because there's been a running few memes of people parroting what Trump and his lackeys have been saying as if it's fucking the Emperor from Star Wars.
Hey. You know? Just. Hey.
Oh, he is right.
It's just like, bruh. There's also apparently, supposedly another debate may or may not be happening, who knows. A Georgia local election board made it so that all the ballots have to be hand counted in the state.
That's good, right? That's a good thing.
No,
Wait, okay.
they have to be hand counted. It's by
You forget
hand.
how many people are in the U.S. It's not
Yeah.
like the 7 people you got in your country, dude.
Oh.
Yeah. State of Georgia population. 10.91 million people.
I see. Alright, never mind. Forget
So-
I said anything.
So they all have to be counted by hand, which means it's gonna take days. And then hand counting is also more prone to errors, which means that if you know the disinformation economy that is Team Red is gonna run wild with it. And use it as an excuse to do a recount if they lose, where Trump's gonna send a message to the governor telling him to find some number of votes again. You know, like he did in the last election.
I say this in the
Because-
most non-threatening way possible, right? Just die already, old man.
Fucking Trump for prison 2024. Come on! He's been a convicted felon for like 7 months. He's also apparently tried to like claim at his rallies that he's done more to protect women than anyone else.
Oh, that's real hilarious. Not.
Oh,
Mr.
the irony.
Like,
Adjudicated.
why? Why would he make
adjudicated-
that claim? That's just wrong.
Adjudicated rapist in a civil trial. Adjudicated sexual abuser in a civil trial. Good friend of Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump. Man who used Jeffrey Epstein's old jet as a campaign jet, Donald Trump. Yes. The greatest protector of women the world has ever seen. That man.
We've never been fucking safer.
Anyway, we'll move now to the land of Trump's best friend, Vladimir Putin, and the Russia segment. Finally. Starting off with, Putin has signed a decree to increase Russia's standing military to the world's second largest by manpower, with 1.5 million active personnel. which will be an increase of 180,000 more personnel. And, you know, given Russia's already existing manpower problems, I'm sure that's going to go well.
Yep. That's just
So probably going to need a couple more rounds of conscription for that, which last time we tried that, there were riots in the street, you know, in Russia. Next piece of news, the commander of Russia's Chechen forces, disavows the Chechen POWs Ukraine took and encouraged them in a Telegram post to commit suicide by prison guard to reclaim their honor.
Which is, fucking ridiculous.
Fucking unhinged, yeah. This is most likely a stunt to try and save face domestically after the Chechen forces in Kursk, their reaction to Ukraine's Kursk incursion was to leave. They just fucked off. They left.
great.
Ukraine did a highly successful strike on a very large Russian ammo dump up in northeastern Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Which is generally, from what I've seen, it's theorized to be the single largest explosion of the war so far.
Jesus.
It created a mushroom cloud visible from miles, and the sheer force of the shockwave from the initial detonation blew out windows for miles in every direction.
Goddamn.
It is estimated that 20 billion rubles, or $200 million worth of munitions were destroyed.
Good.
Or another metric, roughly 30,000 tons of equipment. Seismographs registered a 2.7 magnitude earthquake due to the detonation. Which, on the one hand, 2.7, that doesn't count. As a Californian, anything less than a 4 doesn't count as a real earthquake. However, this wasn't a real earthquake. This was a giant fuck-off explosion that registered as a 2.7 magnitude earthquake, okay? The specific warehouse that this happened at was notably home to large numbers of ballistic and air defense missiles, including ones provided to Russia by North Korea. So, thank you, Kim Jong-un. Very cool. The local governor of the region that this happened in did a press conference like the next day, like the morning after this strike, where he claimed that all the Ukrainian UAVs had been shot down and that falling debris caused some fires. During this press conference, which was held outside, you could hear ammunition cooking off in the distance. Like smaller secondary explosions going off. Nothing to see here, please disperse. Nothing to see here. Hold on, I have this saved. Nothing to see here. It's literally this GIF. Nothing to see here. There's also confirmed reports of strikes on other Russian ammunition depots, including another large mushroom cloud explosion from a ammo depot down near Crimea.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the primary logistical links for forces in Crimea. That one also caused significant damage to the adjacent airfield. Lamau. Over the course of this week, Russia initiated a counteroffensive against Ukrainian forces in Kursk, and then stopped the counteroffensive after the Ukrainians stopped it. Well done.
That makes sense to me.
Ukrainian forces in Kursk have been going around the Kursk region to the various Russian civilians who chose to stay in the region, informing them that Russia is planning on basically just carpet bombing their villages. And the way they've been doing this, specifically, is because obviously, if invading army tells you, by the way, your country's gonna carpet bomb your home, you're probably not gonna believe them. So what they did is instead of like telling them, they walk up to like someone, yo, and I'm like, yo, do you want to see what like Russian state media is saying about you guys who are still living here? And putting on Kremlin state TV of all like the Kremlin state TV personalities saying just fucking bomb them. Reduce them to atoms, blow them up, carpet bomb them, annihilate them, kind of thing. It's like, I know you won't believe me. So here's like your most trusted official government news agency saying we should bomb them.
We should destroy the child, corrupt them all.
Yeah. Basically just be like, we're telling you this is gonna happen. We're not gonna like falsify it. Here's your government saying this is what we should do. Okay? Also of note, Wagner's last headquarters in Russia got burnt to the fucking ground.
Lamau.
It's gone. Burnt
Good.
to a crisp.
Good.
And finally, like just the other day, Russia attempted to do like some nuclear saber rattling by doing a test fire of an ICBM. You know, as you do. And it blew up in the silo.
Okay then. That's unfortunate, I guess.
It's Russia attempted to conduct some nuclear saber rattling through a show of force by conducting a test fire today. The RS-28 Sarmat, aka Satan II, and it ended in complete failure. The missile detonated in the silo, leaving a massive crater and destroying the test site. So, you know, high-quality Russian systems. And, yeah. Russia continues. I haven't seen anything particularly of note, but I assume they're continuing to, you know,
Taking out.
bomb Kyiv and all that. You know, striking civilian targets and whatever in Ukraine, as they do. Yeah. Oh, and the other news was that some U.S. diplomats went to Ukraine. Everyone was expecting they were going to approve like Ukraine's strike list of targets inside Russia to hit with like HIMARS and whatever, and then they didn't.
What did they do
Which is
then?
cringe. Fucking cringe. Because apparently the US government's taking the stance of, yeah, Russia's allowed to use like its own munitions and munitions provided to it by its allies to fucking blow up children's hospitals in Kyiv, but don't you fucking dare use our munitions to strike ammunition depots in Russia.
Hey.
Apparently, the U.S. is like, somehow Russia's gotten into a narrative that like they're allowed to blow up Ukrainian cities, but Ukraine's not allowed to blow up their cities. And for some reason, a lot of people are like, yeah, that makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
No! Russia, you declared war! Well, technically, they didn't even declare war, they just invaded.
They just said
They
fuck
pulled
with
at Japan.
They said fuck with all.
Yeah. Apparently Ukraine, like, announced their official peace plan or whatever, which is like, yeah, give us back our fucking territory, you bitch.
And Putin's like,
'Cause
no. Give me your give me my territory back, which is your territory.
No, Russia's like, no, give me your territory, and I'll consider having a ceasefire. Like, Russia's like official status for a while was, yeah, if you leave all of the parts of Ukraine that we said we annexed, we will go to the negotiating table with you. That was like actually Russia's official stance for a while. And then all the people like, yeah, we need to make a negotiated peace. All right, first of all, what would be negotiated? And second of all, why the fuck would Putin follow the treaty? Like, Putin has had multiple treaties saying he's not gonna do things. One of those was literally the treaty as like part of like Ukraine giving up its nuclear weapons. Was Russia said they weren't gonna, it would never. Russia, and U.S. and Britain all signed this treaty with Ukraine, saying we will never invade you, and if someone ever invades you, we will come to your aid. Russia's now invaded Ukraine twice, and one of the U.S. political parties' standard operating procedures basically, Ukraine's a bitch. We need to side with Putin. Oh, there was another funny, actually. One of the history YouTubers I watch, actually a pair of them, they went to Ukraine for a thing. They were doing like a charity run to get to like a children's care facility for like children with mental health problems, like really bad autism and stuff like that. Did like a charity run to bring them a bunch of toys and a bus so that they could take the children like into like town or whatever for stuff. And as part of that, one of their contacts got them an actual, real, honest to God, actual Russian MRE, like soldier ration, from someone who no longer needed it. And they like made a video where it's like they ate it, and I think they only vomited twice.
Oh, only twice. So they're fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Which this was like an hour-long thing of them like cooking the different things in the MRE on the little shitty little Russian stove, and like, oh yes, here is meat in jelly. Ugh.
Oh, холодец.
I don't fucking know. It's they're like using like the Google Translate to like translate, because it's not just that it's, you know, not in English, the language they read. It's also, you know, in Cyrillic, which isn't an alphabet they read, because, you know, it's Russian.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they're just going through the different things, and it's like, I have unironically looking at, they like showing like the camera some of like the things that were like in it after the pictures, like I have unironically seen far more appetizing dog food.
I
like
watched Boris make it, right? Life with Boris. It definitely not a favorite, but this really cute Uzbekistani girl I knew once said it was pretty good.
Oh, hold on. Where's like the I think it was in here, this channel, where someone had posted the screenshots of like them like showing the like to camera.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have blinking Jimmy.
Oh, wait, what?
He blinks.
I blink? I didn't know I could do that. Oh my god. Oh.
Oh.
I assume you're talking about the rigging. Yes, you are rigging.
Yes.
Let's fix the island.
Also, by the way, the title of the video, if anyone wants to watch it, it's from the YouTuber Laserpig. It's titled "The Mistake: Eating a Russian MRE."
That's a very funny name.
And then like I think one of the top comments is like, "Yeah, it was a mistake." And let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a good screen cap of them
Sorry, I'm
showing
trying
like the
to-
camera the food. Oh yeah, here we go. This is a screen cap of literally just the first bit of like food screen cap shown to camera that I could find. Okay, I'm putting this in images. Doesn't that just look so appetizing?
Yeah, it's just like a super old holodiets.
It just looks like cat food that's gone bad.
Yeah.
Oh, small BRB.
Okay.
It's there's a reason, like, unironically, I've seen some people say unironically one of the greatest pieces of aid that like the US gives to Ukraine is American military MREs.
Because Russian
Because-
ones are shit, I assume.
Well, it's not just that like the Russian ones and which also is the style the Ukrainians presumably still have, because a lot of their stuff before the war is a bunch of old Soviet vintage or Soviet styled. It's not just that like the Russian ones are like actual like shit food, but it's also like, you know how I mentioned how as part of the video they're having to cook it on a stove?
Yeah.
American military MREs, you don't cook them with a stove. They literally have it's in a bag where like you open up the bag, you get like you do a couple things ready, and then you like get your canteen, pour some water in it, and there's like a bunch of like there's a powder in it that's like got some like magnesium in it, and it basically just boils it. Then you pull out the different bags, and it's boom done. It takes like a couple minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this is an hour-long video of them putting the different little tins of crap onto the little tiny stove, and putting it on and whatever. And the thing is, technically, all the stuff in the MRE is pre-cooked. You're only warming it up because you can eat it cold, which the Russians have to do frequently because they don't have time to sit down for like an hour to warm up all the different bits of their food one by one.
Mm-hmm.
This is also, by the way, part of the reason the British tanks have a boiling vessel. It's not just for tea, so that they can boil water for other things, like cooking.
Makes sense.
It's like the meme is that it's there so they can make tea. And to be fair, that is one of the primary reasons it's there, but it's for
It
other
has
things too.
uses.
Yes. It's like, yeah, I would rather eat actual like canned dog food than this crap. Especially just like every time like they like tried something, they're like,
Like they're gagging.
yeah, it's like they're gagging. Multiple times they like spat into napkin. I think one of them actually legitimately vomited at one point. It was the video is titled "The Mistake" for a reason.
Yeah.
Because it's a whole thing.
It do be a thing.
And God, I wish the fate of this country didn't depend on the fucking U.S. presidential election. Because, like, unironically, it's entirely possible that if Trump wins the election, he just fucking hands the entire country over to Putin.
Yep, it's pretty probable.
Well, he's basically said that's what he's gonna do. Alright?
Scratch that. Very probable.
I mean, because he basically said he was gonna cut off all aid to Ukraine and force them to go to the negotiation table. That's like a thing he's actually said he's gonna do. And like Europe's been providing a lot of aid to Ukraine, but it's mostly been financial aid. Whereas the US has been doing most of the military aid. And don't get me wrong, Ukraine definitely needs the financial aid, but they need the military aid too.
Yeah.
It's like the thing is, even if, like, as some people saying, like, freeze the front line where it doesn't have a ceasefire or whatever, all that'll do is Russia will be like, alright, they're gonna go home, gonna spend, like, a couple years, resting, reorganizing, re-equipping, and then they're gonna invade again. They've done this before. Multiple times. That's why Ukraine is saying we need to kick them entirely out of our country. And then join NATO. So that they won't fucking come back. 'Cause Ukraine, if you're not familiar with like Ukraine and Russia's history, in the last 100 years, I'm pretty sure Russia's commit genocide against the people of Ukraine 3 times.
Jesus Christ.
There was the Holodomor, where they just fucking killed a bunch of them. There was all the Russification they did to be like, no, you will speak Russian, you will be Russian, you will be culturally Russian, you are not Ukrainian, Ukraine doesn't exist. That is cringe, that's not allowed. You know, like how the United States did to the American Indians for about 100 years. And then after Russia invaded Ukraine this time around, there were a whole bunch of mass graves, and they deported a fuck ton of children into Russia, which is, you know, fucking not allowed, to raise them as good little Russian children. Because Ukraine
Jimmy-
isn't real.
Yes?
Did we want to keep it like this?
Mm-hmm.
Or did you want... Let me see. Did you want it like that? This
I
way or this
like
way?
it. I like the first one, but the sparkle's smaller. Not that one,
Like
the
I
other
can
one.
fix... Yeah, with the
The,
iris.
the,
or
the one that
without.
With
still
the
has
iris.
the pupil, but with
Yeah.
a smaller sparkle.
Yep.
Anyway,
I can just make it... I have it big so I can make it move.
I think that's all we have, really. Yeah. I think may have been like some small instance, like China, like bullying, like Filipino Coast Guard with like their Coast Guard or whatever. But that's been going on for a while. Nothing really new from that. I know there's been the U.S. had to been like go radio over to like some Russian jets flying international airspace near U.S. airspace a couple times saying, "We see you guys. Don't try anything funny." They've had to do that a couple times, but that's been about it on that front. Yeah.
I just wish you
Yeah.
guys the best of luck. When is the elections gonna happen?
I think we're close to that certain states like early voting has started. When is official U.S. election day? Is November 5th.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else to say apart from that, but you know.
According to one of the more reliable aggregate sites on like the predictions, 270towin.com, currently they are projecting a very slight Democratic advantage in the current standings.
Democratic
I think.
is blue team?
Team Blue.
Blue team.
Okay.
Actually, well, this is a kind of like where it's a yes or no kind of thing. Where currently, the projection is there's more like they're very confident or fairly confident in the U.S. election results, Right, it's currently they're predicting 226 Democrat, 219 Republican, and 93 electoral votes up in the air. However, due to the way the combinations work, the current possible combinations, there are 20 winning combinations for Team Blue, 21 winning combinations for Team Red, and 3 ties.
It's all so confusing.
It's currently the states that are considered to play for are Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
And Georgia they're basically the GOP is doing everything they can to try and gerrymander and bullshit their way into stealing that. North Carolina I don't think has been quite as overt, but they're trying stuff. They're basically trying shit all over the place because.
See if it sticks.
Well, yes, because in my lifetime, the Republicans have had like 50% of the presidencies, and they've won 0 of the presidential popular votes.
Yep.
Because the fucking electoral college is a fucking mess. Anyway, I believe, though, Mina, you had signaled we will actually be back.
We should be.
We're so fucking back. Sorry.
We are trying. No, it's okay. We are trying.
It's just like I love hyping up my friends.
I know. Don't hit me up too much though, because I'm still fixing some things here and there.
Yeah, no. Take your time. Take your time. We have time. I have to go take a shower soon and wash my hair, probably.
Yeah.
We've got a couple hours.
I've tried to stall washing my hair because my mom's like, oh, we have to cut your hair. We have to cut your hair. I'm like, Mom, stop. When I want my hair to be cut, I'll tell you. Stop trying to tell me you're going to get your hair trimmed or cut when I don't want it to be.
I am an adult mother.
The thing is, she's the one cutting my hair, and she's like, no, here. I'm like, no. I like my long hair. I look like a fucking monkey with short hair. At least I don't look as ugly with long hair.
You're not ugly. I've seen your face before.
Sure.
Anyway, who should we raid?
I'm raiding Pika.
Harpy's on.
Nope, no, I already know who I'm going to raid because I'm technically playing with them.
Alright, so,
I'm raiding
in that
Pika.
case, chat, join us in a couple hours over on Mina Raichu on Twitch.
We'll be
twitch.tv/Mina
playing at
Raichu.
2 p.m.
2 p.m. Pacific for the return of Pokemon Mystery Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
Crab Rave.
And if anyone in here does not follow Mina, you better fucking follow her now.
Go follow her now. This is a threat.
Lord.
Look, we are very aggressively, how to say it, very aggressively supportive of you.
Supportive.
Okay? Yeah, so we're gonna raid Pikachu.
So let's see, 11, 12.
We're gonna use the Death Note to kill your insecurities.
Pikachu 2000 YT, because I'm technically playing with her. So yeah. I'm gonna go raid her.
Gaming.
Pikachu Minecraft Gaming. She's the one that has the server. She's the server owner, basically.
Right.
Nice.
So yeah.
I'm back.
Hello, we're going to raid Pika.
Alright.
yeah, I will see you all in a couple hours on another channel. But on my streams next week, I have it a little more. I'm going to try and have it a little more ordered. It's going to be Monday Mario Kart DS, Pal World, and maybe Terraria. One of approximately. Tuesday is going to be Variety Day. The Crew 2 and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Retrospective, definitely. On Wednesday, we're going to be back with Pokemon Moimon Heart Gold Vanilla Plus, since now we have the Shiny Lugia. On Thursday, I'll have to see, probably more RPGs games. On Friday, it's going to be Final Fantasy V. On Saturday, it's going to be Variety Day, probably some Valorant, other games as well. And on Sunday, we're going to have the next edition of the Roomba of Thought. So, thank you everyone so much for watching. Go follow Mina. Go follow... Actually, not the other two stream. But we're going to go raid Pika. She's playing Minecraft with me. So, let's send a good hi and the squad up. See you then. Bye-bye.
Thanks for all the fish.
And off we go.